I can't. I'm freaking speechless. Hey everybody, welcome back to the danebramageROCKS channel. All right, it is time once again to break from our regularly scheduled program to bring you another entry into the Eurovision Song Contest 2025. And today, this one is coming out of Austria. And I'm actually excited about this. I've had quite a few comments and people reach out saying I have to check out this video and the song. It is some people's favorites, as I've heard. And, you know, rightfully so. We all have our favorites and this is great. But I was going to do Austria anyway because I've done Austria the last 2 years and they've had some phenomenal entries, especially with when I started this journey with Who the Hell is Edgar, which was phenomenal. And then last year we saw We Will Rave by Cologne. And this one this year comes from Austria, is the artist known as JJ, and the song is called Wasted Love. Now, this song has been out for a few weeks now, and it has already peaked over 2.5 million views, and this is the official music video. So this sounds like a very solid entry, and people are very, very interested, and I'm stoked to see what Austria is bringing this year. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this. JJ with the song Wasted Love, Austria's submission to the Eurovision Song Contest at 2025. Here we go. All right, quick note. Number one, if this is your first time here, welcome. Thank you so much for checking this video out and watching this. Number two, stick around after the reaction as I do a session called The Wrap Up, where I tell you all about the artist and the song straight from the Eurovision.tv site, because I know nothing about them and I want to learn, so we're going to do that together. But first and foremost, let's hear it. JJ, Wasted Love.
I'm an ocean of love, and you're scared of water.
Okay.
You don't want to go under, so you let me go under. I reach out my hand, but you watch me grow distant.
Huh.
Drift out to the sea and far away in an instant. You left me in the deep end.
Wow.
I'm drowning in my feelings. How do you not see this?
Oh, cool.
That you're gone. It's worse than love. It's worse than love. Now that you're gone, can't find my heart with worse than love. It's worse than love.
So I guess the best way I can say this, I always go into these with no expectations, right? Because I don't know. I don't know the artist. I don't know the songs. And this is a contest where a lot of people get introduced to the world, right? One thing I did not expect was that. Holy cow. Did you see the goosebumps just popping off my arm? They're still there. At first when the song started, I'm like, okay, JJ's got a high voice. Sure. Gorgeous voice. It's clean. It's crisp. The vibrato's there. And then right into this operatic part. I was like, what? I did not expect or even see that coming. That voice coming out of JJ. And one thing I thought was cool, the boat was floating, and then next thing you know, like they're in this underworld, and then there's the boat down there, and JJ's singing in the rain in this forest. Anyway. Are you kidding me?
When you let me go, I barely stayed afloat. I'm floating all alone. Still I'm holding on to hope. Now that you're gone,
I can't. I'm freaking speechless. The range on this is insane. Gorgeous voice. I'm blown, dude. You know what? Oh my God. It's not fair. This year has got some powerhouses showing up to Malmo, and they are absolutely just going to, sorry, Basel at Malmo's last year. My mistake. Powerhouses are showing up, and I said it on a few other reactions. This is going to be a fierce competition. I think we're going to see one of the tightest margins we have ever seen, because there's too many good ones. There's too many good ones. There are clear favorites for everybody, but this is hard. And this, I was not expecting this. And now I'm just like, this song, if JJ can perform this way live, this is going to be in the finals. This is going to be in the top of the finals. And I mean, I think the judges are going to eat this one alive in a good way. Like they're going to just eat it up. I'm blown away. I can't wait to see this perform live. If JJ can pull this off live, we are in for a treat. Unfreaking real. I don't know what to say. That was incredible. That was absolutely incredible. I'm blown away. And they always say you can't judge a book by their cover, and this is 100% that exact case. Even looking at the thumbnail of the video and seeing JJ, I'm just like, all right, I thought it was going to be a pop song. I really did. I thought it was just going to be another run-of-the-mill Eurovision pop song. And this was far above and beyond that. That is going to be on. That's going to be on top. It's hard to say. There's so many different unique songs, but it's definitely going to be one of the top songs. And we might see that in the top three as the voting comes down to the final wire to compete for first place. I don't know. There's just so many good entries. It's just out of control. I'm freaking blown away by JJ, but now I'm stoked to learn more about JJ. So stick around for the wrap up and let's do that. Yeah. I tell you what, Austria, you have a hell of a submission there with JJ and his song, Wasted Love. And I mean, that dude just, I'm blown away. I can't believe that voice came out of that body, but let's jump over here to the wrap up, to the story about JJ here. And so opera pop has never sounded so good. JJ will be hitting the high notes for Austria in the Eurovision Song Contest 2025 with the song Wasted Love. JJ wrote a song. Did he ever? When JJ went into the songwriting camp where the goal was to write Austria's Eurovision entry, he might have hoped for a ticket to Basel, and his dreams came true. The best song from the camp were all considered by a jury of 30 experts, as well as representatives from Eurovision fan clubs and Eurovision editorial teams from Austria's broadcaster ORF. When all the votes and evaluations came in, JJ's song, Wasted Love, came out on top. Move over Mozart. Austria's got a new virtuoso. Do they ever? As well as JJ, there's another Eurovision star behind Wasted Love. Teodora Spiric, also known as TEYA, from TEYA and Selena, that makes sense, has been great friends with JJ for a long time, and they put their minds together and co-wrote the track. TEYA competed at Eurovision 2023 alongside Selena with the song Who the Hell is Edgar? And since collaborating with Czech Eurovision 2024 artist Echo on the song Hunger, JJ says, this song perfectly captures my experience with unreciprocated love. There's a unique kind of heartbreak in having so much love to give, but nowhere for it to land. In the end, simply being able to love, no matter how wasted, is a beautiful thing in itself. The music video captured all these emotions, and we can't wait to see how he puts it on stage. Exactly that. Right there. God, I can't wait to see that live. That voice is is a voice to be reckoned with, 100%. Swapping opera for Eurovision, Austrian-Filipino singer JJ, whose real name is Johannes Pietsch, was born in Vienna and grew up in Dubai before returning to Vienna towards the end of his teenage years. And he knows a thing or two about performing to an audience. You'll usually find him at the Vienna State Opera, where he's known for his incredible countertenor voice that can reach soprano heights. And that is not a joke, and we showed that off. His performed in operas include Mozart's Die Zauberflöte, the Magic Flute, and is continuing his classical music studies at the Music and Arts University of the city of Vienna. He has also had success in Austria's talent show Star Mania, where he made it to the final in 2021. Real quick, learning from the best, JJ needs no time at all to decide his Eurovision hero. The Conchita Wurst. Conchita won Eurovision for Austria in 2014 with the iconic Rise Like a Phoenix, and has been a much-loved Eurovision idol ever since. JJ says, Conchi is my mother. I would die for her. She shows me that no matter who you are important and loved. Phenomenal. Good job, JJ. And it goes on and on, but I will leave a link for you there to JJ's story and his page from the Eurovision Song Contest, because this dude has stories to tell, talks about his idols, talks about being, a pop star in the opera. I mean, it's a hell of a story, but I will leave a link for you down below so you guys can go ahead and read and check that one out for yourself, so I'm not dragging on your time. But let me know what you thought of that one. That was probably one of the most phenomenal entries I have seen thus far into the Eurovision Song Contest in 2025. And JJ is a powerhouse, and I'm stoked to see that live. But what did you think? Whether you're from Austria or not, just all around, what did you think of the song? What do you think of the entry? And how do you think that one's going to do? Because I'm super, super curious to see how the fan base over there across the pond thinks about JJ and that song we just watched and witnessed. It was super, super phenomenal. Everybody, thank you so much for checking that out. I appreciate the support. If you want to see more reactions come out from me, especially in the Eurovision venue, don't forget to do those things for me. Everyone, one last time, that was JJ, Wasted Love, Austria's submission to the Eurovision Song Contest of 2025. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, keep on rocking.